Solstice Psychic Greetings here. Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. So this series will focus on the Wings of Isis message for the month of June. I'll actually be doing one of these every month in hopes of connecting you to spirit and source, hoping that this specific deity will help to bring you clarity in combination with some of the other readings that you might find here on my page and with other readers as well. I hope that this supplements you spiritually, mentally, and emotionally. Thanks for watching. All right, everyone, this is a general collective reading from the Isis Oracle deck, and this will be centered towards the Wings of Isis energy for June of 2022. Can I get a message from Spirit for the person watching? Okay. Can I get another scenario? Okay. Okay, that feels good. That feels nice and shuffled and ready to read. All right, so we're going to look at scenario number one, the issue at hand. Okay, is Spirit of Isis, Triumph of the Goddess. Some of you are actually looking to literally get in touch with Isis herself. Triumph of the Goddess. You have worked very hard to find your female deity or a deity specifically that you are in tune with, and you've successfully reached out to her. She is paying attention. If you are not someone who knows yet, but you are suffering, female empowerment and liberation right here for you. As far as how to heal, let's take a look here. The Dark Mysteries. Enter the chamber of the dark mysteries. This is asking you to intrinsically go deep within and meditate. You need to find a way to every day in every way remind yourself of how powerful and capable you are. This may take some practice and a bit of a hermit mode, so to speak. At some point you're going to have to stay to yourself. Find ways to do that. Okay. The gift or the outcome of this is the Cartouche, Divine Names of Power. This is the reward for all of the day-to-day work that you're doing. The names of power allow you to literally get the names, spellings, the numerology, things like that you're looking for. You're going to get signs. You're going to get obvious dreams and information for you to use and interpret for the betterment of yourself. Okay? This is a great card, a great magical card. Okay. The challenge or opportunity here is the Key of Life. Spinning the Ankh, the Key of Life. Again, this takes work. This is the reward. Like when you get the keys to the city, this is the gift, the outcome. And when you do see Isis in your dreams and she embraces you, you'll know that it feels right and it feels good. It'll actually relieve a lot of stress. I see a lot of inability to breathe. Something to do with being unable to breathe and unable to express yourself. That seems especially relevant with this card for some reason. Directions now, immediately soul retrieval, deep soul healing with the goddess. So immediately bask yourself in any sort of cleansing ritual. There are rituals that go with these cards. And I will be doing a series on them, but the soul retrieval is immediately asking you to create a shield around yourself. You can see it here. Okay. And it's the same energy that's in Spirit of Isis, the shield here. So this is the soul, right? This is the soul. And it's asking you to do that immediately. I'm not sure what sacred geometry you might be familiar with, but that will definitely be helpful. Okay? So that is the first scenario. I'm grateful to have drawn these cards for you. Okay, and if that's relevant, perfect. Scenario number 2, the issue. All right, we have the Pillar of Light, descent of the Star of Isis. Again, very similar to the first. We have her facing the same way as the first, right? But the Pillar of Light is the descent of the Star of Isis. So Isis is here, and she is waiting to receive you. It's just you being able to have the strip on the airplane strip, to let her know where to land and that you are ready to receive what her messages are. Isis is actively here in our planetary realm. As you all know, she does frequent us on a regular basis, but she only has but so many followers. And I think that she is always looking to recruit and to embrace more people. It's just up to us, the awakened people, to receive her appropriately. Sorry about that. The day-to-day. Okay, goddess of 10,000 names, Isis, endless emanations of the priestess. Again, making sure that you are reading and researching and honoring her legacy. And I actually have the idea that it's not Isis specifically only in this card. Of course, she is asking you to worship the feminine in multiple goddess forms. So whoever you are worshiping, understand that in a way, you know that song Isis, Astarte, Inanna, Hecate, Demeter, Kali, Inanna. Those are separate goddesses, but they are the same. The goddess of 10,000 names, endless emanations of the priestess. And in that way, you can embrace her and get to know yourself a lot better. All right, so then from here we have the gift, the knot of Isis, energetic stabilization with the buckle of the beloved. You're going to see immediate stability, reward, gratification, making sure that you know who you are. There's no more doubt, essentially. So any decisions spiritually that you are feeling are not appropriate, you're going to know. You're going to land on a solid answer very, very soon. Okay? This is the challenge or the opportunity here. The wings of Isis, uniting with the angelic self. I feel like that says it all. This is definitely the opportunity. Uniting with yourself, knowing yourself, being sure of yourself. For those of you thinking of astral traveling, that's the word I was thinking of earlier. This is giving you permission to do so. You will be able to do it successfully as long as you apply the discipline and the research necessary that explains some of that 10,000 names energy. And then your immediate directions now at this time, the divine guardian, protection of the wings of the mother. That is wonderful. So with permission and protection to do the astral traveling, as I already mentioned, it does make sense that this card would show up next. The divine guardian is letting you know, like, your angels are watching you. So if you are a person who believes in archangel, Michael, Gabriel, that sort of thing, if that energy calls to you, this could be another route for you. Don't be closed-minded. And that does make sense because angels specifically have no gender. So it would make sense that possibly they're coming from this 10,000 names card here. Okay. But you are divinely protected. And actually you've been given explicit instructions to do this. Honor her. And I think that she is going to be asking for, like, not altars necessarily, but if you have the ability to make one for her, please do so. She would greatly appreciate it. But I also think things like a sacred space devoted to her outside, some of her favorite animals represented, her favorite foods, pretty much all flowers. I mean, if this is June of 22 that you're watching this, you know, that is the season of growth. Find flowers that are in alignment with her, which technically is all of them. Specifically the rose, but it doesn't have to be. But let your spirit tell you what feels right to her, and that will definitely only help you. I think that is a great message. Okay, and then scenario number 3. Okay, let's go here. The issue at hand is stay true and be in your own power. Osiris and Isis, lady and lord of the divine authority. Okay, so your issue here is that you might not necessarily be in charge in your household. What I'm seeing is that you might have conflicting faiths in your household, and so sometimes it is hard to be in charge when there's so many opinions. Just stay true and be in your own power. You don't need the validation. The day-to-day instructions here. The pyramid of light, step into your vibration deeper into love. Okay, this is literally saying step up your game for yourself. You can see this is a pyramid, but it almost appears to be like a volcanic eruption. And you might actually find yourself evolving very quickly and somewhat abruptly. Like you're going to have ideas and realize dreams that you've never seen or heard of before. But that's because you've opened your psychic abilities such to the point that you are receiving everything. I get a lot of third eye energy from this card. As far as the gift, life restored, the priestess of the phoenix. That makes a lot of sense. With restoring yourself and your psychic abilities. Definitely receive them and enjoy them because that's something you've been looking forward to. This is literally the card, okay? Life Restored is definitely asking us to look at the long-term goals and the short-term goals, but also not to take the short-term goals or rewards for granted because they are there. They're given to us for a reason. All right, let's see if this is a challenge or an opportunity. The Chariot of Ascension, spiritual work of the higher initiate. Okay, so this is your homework assignment. Again, your homework is to work harder and to really make sure that your spiritual energies are in alignment. If you believe in chakras and that sort of thing, make sure that they're working appropriately. If you need the coaching, make sure that it's someone who is skilled and is qualified to teach you in that area. The Chariot of Ascension is definitely asking you to put in the work, obviously, but this is higher level stuff. So let's think like Merkaba, unlocking chakras, things like that. That is the challenge here. And then let's see the directives now. Initiation, spiritual testing of Ra and the Lady Isis. Okay. Isis was here as well. So with this being said, you're being tasked to do these assignments because this is the assignment for you, okay? You asked for this, you asked for something extra, you asked for this extra ability, you asked for this extra doorway to be opened for you. Okay, well, there's a few things you got to do for them first. And that doesn't make a lot of sense. So with all of this being said, with this third task here, okay, you have the stay true and be in your own power, pyramid of light, life restored, chariot of ascension, and the initiation. The pyramid of light is never going to happen. Like the day of day is never going to happen if you don't understand that you are initiated, that you are specifically chosen to do this task, to enter the pyramid of light and to open that third eye. Okay? The gift of having the life restored will not be received if you don't put in the work for it. These are all things, and this is the Wings of Isis spread. So it's specifically laid out in this order for a reason. Now I've done 3 of them, so let's go ahead and run through the issues all together. Okay, we have the Spirit of Isis, Triumph of the Goddess, Pillar of Light, facing the same direction. Okay, and then you have Stay True and Be in Your Own Power. Okay, so these are the issues that you might be facing for June of 2022. And I'm just channeling the goddess Isis specifically. Spirit of Isis is here. She is looking for a place to land, people to know that she is here. And then stay true and be in your power. If you know that you are for her, then she's coming. Just know that you just need to bide your time if she hasn't spoken to you already, and that's not why you haven't clicked on this video. Okay? And then we have our day-to-day instructions. Okay, we have the Dark Mysteries, entering the Chamber of the Dark Goddess. We have the Goddess of 10,000 Names and the Pyramid of Light. So with these 3 cards, they are asking us on a day-to-day basis, what can we do to actively involve her in our lives? Okay? So, again, we have the Dark Mysteries, Goddess of 10,000 Names, and then the Pyramid of Light. Perfect. As far as the gifts that we are given, this time around we have, we have the Cartouche, Divine Names of Power, the Knot of Isis, Energetic Stabilization, and then Life Restored. Again, this is the reward spiritually if we are able to put in the work here. Okay? Next, we have the challenges and the rewards. So the rewards that we actually had were the Wings of Isis and the Key of Life. The only challenge we had was the Chariot of Ascension. Okay, now this was hard work, but again, getting the Key of Life, you've already put in the work, and then the Wings of Isis, again, this is just long-term installations. This is like you've already had a relationship with her. Okay, does that make sense? Okay. And then finally, we have our directives immediately. Soul Retrieval, Divine Guardian, and Initiation. I think these are great cards. The Soul Retrieval is especially interesting because you cannot do Soul Retrieval without the previous cards. Soul Retrieval does take a lot of work, especially with this relation to the Ascension card. Like there's no way. There's no way around it. So definitely higher level workings, especially as indicated by the Stay True and Be in Your Own Power, the Pyramid of Light. These are obviously more advanced techniques. Where then we have the other ones, which are like the Divine Guardian and the Initiation. The Initiation might have already started. Right? That might be why you're here. But as far as Divine Guardian, just know that you're protected. You have permission to do this. You have permission to research these topics, to read these things, to understand them. June of 22 is very spiritual. Well, we have so many eclipses and things going on. They typically happen in twos. Typically when the lunar eclipse shows up, we lose things. When the solar eclipse shows up, we gain things. So take from that what you will. But the Wings of Isis spread for June of 22 feels very good. And I've given 3 very clear assignments on what we can expect based on the cards. And feel free to go back and forth in the video and see what resonates. All right, I'll speak to you all next month.